More than 200 years ago, a mysterious complex of caves carved into towering cliffs was discovered deep within the wilderness of central India. A treasure that had slept for thousands of years was suddenly awakened. Ajanta, a monumental religious creation born during the golden age of Buddhism over 2 millennia ago. Inside this complex lies a network of more than 30 rock-cut caves, all arranged according to a precise and deliberate plan. Every painting, every carving on these stone walls stands as a flawless testament to the artistry of ancient Indian Buddhism. But then, why was this place abandoned for centuries? What truly happened to the monks who once lived here? And could this treasure of sacred art be hiding secrets still unknown to humanity? Hidden deep within the forests of Maharashtra, the Ajanta Caves are believed to have begun taking shape in the 2nd century BCE. Carved meticulously along a horseshoe-shaped cliff stretching more than 550 meters and rising nearly 80 meters high, these temples and monasteries depict moving stories from the life of the Buddha, told through expressive gestures, postures, and faces. In front of the caves flows a small stream called the Wagora River, which once provided water for the monks' daily lives. Researchers believe that in ancient times, each cave was connected to this river by stone pathways, though most of them have long since been reclaimed by the forest. Today, what were once isolated rock-cut temples are now linked together, forming a seamless complex resting quietly in the heart of the jungle, almost completely cut off from the outside world. For more than 1,500 years, Ajanta lay forgotten, hidden beneath layers of dense forest. It wasn't until 1819 that it was rediscovered, purely by chance, during a hunting expedition led by a British officer named John Smith from the Madras Cavalry Regiment. While tracking a deer along a steep cliff, he noticed strange openings carved into the rock face, and instead of finding his prey, he stumbled upon an entire world buried in time, a dazzling treasure of ancient religious art. From the very first steps inside, the explorers were overwhelmed by rows of finely carved Buddha statues, massive stone pillars hewn directly from the rock, and hundreds of murals depicting the Buddha's long, arduous path to enlightenment. Even today, the exact date of Ajanta's construction remains a mystery. What we do know is that the site was mentioned in the travel records of Chinese Buddhist monks who journeyed to India around the early 7th century. It's believed that ancient Buddhist monks devoted many years to creating this masterpiece. The Ajanta complex wasn't built in one continuous period, but rather across several distinct phases, a fact that researchers now divide into 2 major stages of construction. The earliest caves carved around the 2nd century BCE, specifically caves 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, and 15, bear the clear imprint of early or Theravada Buddhism. This period, roughly 200 BCE, fell under the reign of Emperor Ashoka, about 300 years after the Buddha's passing into nirvana. At that time, a group of monks sought refuge in this remote mountain region to pursue their spiritual practice. It was they who began chiseling the cliffs by hand, shaping each stone entirely through manual labor to create a sanctuary for meditation and devotion. Experts believe these caves were carved directly into basalt rock, stone formed from repeated volcanic eruptions during the late Cretaceous period, some 66 to 145 million years ago. Remarkably, with only the simplest of tools available over 2 millennia ago, the artisans achieved an astonishing level of precision and detail. From the serene Buddha statues to the intricate wall motifs, every surface reflects incredible skill and patience. Archaeologists note that even with today's advanced technology, recreating such perfection would be nearly impossible, especially considering that the entire complex was sculpted into a sheer cliff face, rising nearly 80 meters high. The second phase took place around the 5th century CE, reflecting the influence of Mahayana Buddhism. Some of the caves from this period remain unfinished, their carvings and murals left incomplete. Yet even so, Ajanta stands as one of the largest religious monuments ever created entirely by human hands. What makes this complex truly remarkable is the sheer number of Buddhist sculptures and reliefs carved within its walls. Many of these works are regarded as among the finest masterpieces of ancient Indian Buddhist art, breathtaking in both scale and detail. Ajanta was never just a refuge for monks. It was a vibrant center of learning, meditation, and spiritual expression, a living archive of one of the most glorious eras in the history of Buddhism. As we venture deeper into the caves, the true magnificence and wonder of Ajanta begin to reveal themselves. This ancient Buddhist complex was constructed like a vast network of stupas and monasteries, adorned with exquisitely detailed carvings on both the walls and ceilings. In total, Ajanta contains around 500 murals and frescoes. Scientists believe that the ancient artists created their pigments by grinding natural minerals from stone, then mixing them with tree resin and organic materials. The result was a palette of colors that are both harmonious and vividly contrasted, hues that have astonishingly retained their brilliance after thousands of years. These murals were executed with incredible skill and precision, showcasing craftsmanship that far surpassed the tools and techniques of their time. Most of the paintings depict scenes from the life of the Buddha, as well as stories of his previous incarnations, sometimes as animals, sometimes as humans, from kings to commoners, illustrating the vast cycle of compassion and rebirth central to Buddhist belief. Though deeply rooted in Buddhist themes, the paintings of Ajanta go far beyond monastic life. They capture an entire world, scenes of royal courts, everyday village life, lush landscapes, and even the celestial realms of divine beings and ethereal maidens. Notably, the women portrayed in these murals are depicted with remarkable grace and vitality. Their soft curves, delicate expressions, and emotive gazes bring each figure to life. The artists skillfully played with natural light and shadow so that, as a viewer moves, the characters seem to shift, blinking, smiling, or subtly turning their heads. It's an effect so refined that even today, it feels almost impossible to achieve. Now, the caves are illuminated with artificial lights, as natural sunlight cannot penetrate their depths. Yet one enduring mystery remains. More than 2,000 years ago, how did the monks and artists create such precise and intricate paintings without electricity? If they worked only by the faint glow of oil lamps, their mastery of light, perspective, and technique is nothing short of extraordinary. According to surveys, the entire Ajanta complex consists of 29 caves, each carved directly into the cliff face and varying in size and design. The largest chamber, about 16 square meters, was sculpted with remarkable precision and symmetry. Today, the caves are numbered for ease of study. Among them, caves 9, 10, 19, 26, and 29 are known as chaitya halls, sanctuaries used for rituals, chanting, and worship. The early chaitya halls reflect the traditions of Theravada, Hinayana, Buddhism, when the worship of Buddha images had not yet become common. Instead, the Buddha was symbolized through sacred motifs such as lotus flowers, stupas, and the Dharma wheel. The remaining caves, known as viharas, served as monastic residences for monks, especially during the rainy season, providing them with a place for meditation, study, and communal life. Some experts believe that Ajanta was not a random collection of caves, but a meticulously planned complex. The orientation of each cave appears to have been carefully aligned with the sun and other astronomical events. Most notably, Cave 19 was designed so that on the summer solstice, the morning sunlight would pass through the entrance, and illuminate the central statue inside. A perfect fusion of religion, art, and ancient science. Similarly, Cave 26 is aligned to the sun's position on the solstice, further demonstrating the builder's extraordinary understanding of geometry and astronomy. Such precision suggests that the creators of Ajanta must have employed advanced tools and mathematical knowledge far beyond what is typically assumed for that era. Ajanta evolved over many centuries, reaching its peak between the mid-5th and mid-6th centuries CE. By the early 7th century, however, Buddhism in India began to decline. The monasteries gradually lost their monastic communities and visitors. Over time, the entire site was abandoned, left to be reclaimed by the forest and hidden once more beneath layers of earth and vegetation. From its creation to its decline, Ajanta endured for nearly 9 centuries. Yet even today, historians find it difficult to determine exactly how or when that decline occurred. Some theories suggest it happened suddenly, following the deaths of its royal patrons, particularly members of the Vakataka dynasty, including King Harishina, a great supporter of Buddhism. With the loss of royal sponsorship, the monasteries were left without the means to sustain themselves. Gradually, the site fell into obscurity, eventually swallowed by nature and forgotten for centuries. After its long slumber, Ajanta has now re-emerged as one of the most celebrated heritage sites in Maharashtra, India. During festivals and holidays, thousands of visitors from around the world come to witness the timeless beauty of this ancient sanctuary. For many, a journey to Ajanta is more than just a visit. It is an opportunity to feel the spiritual depth of human history and the evolution of faith over more than 2,000 years. This cave complex is not merely an archaeological site, but a living testament to the growth of Buddhist architecture, art, and philosophy across the ages. In 1983, the Ajanta Caves were officially inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, marking them as one of humanity's greatest achievements. A timeless masterpiece where devotion, creativity, and history. Though more than 2,000 years have passed, Ajanta still whispers stories of faith, perseverance, and humanity's eternal quest for enlightenment. Every carving, every mural here not only tells the history of Buddhism, but also reflects the extraordinary creativity of the ancient world. Standing in its silent halls, you can almost feel the heartbeat of time, where the past and the present become one. And perhaps that is why Ajanta has never truly fallen asleep. If you enjoy journeys into the mysteries of the past, don't forget to like and subscribe to join us as we continue exploring the hidden wonders of the ancient world. Thank you for watching, and see you again on our next adventure.